we'll be discussing about the document, the whole process about studying the UK. Do you have that intention to study in the UK? You'll be thinking all by yourself, how do you go about it? How do you put in your application? What are the required documents? Are you making the right choice? Are you picking the right school? Does your course align with the program? Does your course align with, the particular program of your choice? How do you select school? How do you put your document together? How do you know that you are the right fit for that particular course? How do you know that your qualifications meet with the school requirements? All of these questions are running through your head, and you need someone to talk to, or you need a professional to help you handle your application process. That is where Team Consultancy UK comes in. We are here to make the whole application process, admission processing, visa application. We are here to make it everything well seamless for you without any hassle. And our application process to schools in the UK is completely free. We do not have any hidden charges. We don't charge students for our services. Both admission processing and visa application is completely free. And today, Life Clinic will be talking more about the required documents that student needs to put together to get you that, admission in schools in the UK. So our services focus more on schools in the UK. So for any school you want to study in the UK, whether you have a particular location in your mind or you have a particular school in your mind that you would like to study, you can reach out to us and we are here to guide you through the whole process. So today we'll be taking it one after the other. What are the documents that is required from you as a student? And how do you know that your documents matches with the school requirements? All of these is what we'll be discussing here today at Study in the UK Live Clinic with Team Consultancy. Once again, welcome on board. So first, we'd like to take it. What are the required documents? What do you need? How do you navigate the whole process of studying abroad? What is expected of you as a student? What are you expected to do to get in that application right at once without getting rejected from school? Rejected from school, which means your application will be rejected and you will not get the offer letter as desired. So what are the things that you need to put in place? How do you go about it so that you can have a successful application at the end of the day? So first, we'll be talking about document selection. How do you select your document and how does your document fit into that particular program you are going for in the UK? So first, if you are a BSc holder, you are going for a master's degree or you are going for any foundation course like a diploma program or healthcare assistant program that takes like a year course, what are the documents that you need to put in for a foundation course, for a BSc program, and also for your master's degree program? So we'll start from the foundation course. Foundation course, you're expected to have at least one important document is your international passport. Do you have international passport? If you do, you've just got yourself 1 credit out of the other document required. The next is your grade 12 certificate. Grade 12 certificate is talking about your O-level results, which is either your WAEC and your NECO. So it's either you're using WAEC or you're using NECO. Now, if you are submitting either of the two, you are also expected to get your scratch card. Now, the scratch card is needed to verify that result. What is needed is the PIN. So you just get your scratch card and send in the PIN to that scratch card to verify your results, either WAEC or NECO. Now, the school needs to be sure that that WAEC is actually, or the result is authentic. So that is the reason why they request to verify your result. The next is your CV. So CV is applicable depending on your age. So for someone who is going for a just foundation course and is within the age of 17 to 20 years, it is expected that you might not have any work experience yet. But depending on the year you graduated, so if you graduated maybe like December or September 2024, and you are going for like a program in January 2026, at least you should have minimum of 3 or 5 months or 6 months work experience. It could be a part-time, it could be a part-time, it could be a full-time. At least they just want to see that you have a little work experience. Like I said, CV, and it's not all cases that you have to put in your CV. Your work, your age will determine your age, range will be a determinant factor if you are going to use a CV for foundation course, and undergraduate program. But if you are going for a master's or a research-based program, getting a CV is a must. Because we know that for you to go for a master's program, you ought to have gone through at least 4 years academic, cycle from your home country. So you are a BSc holder. So it is expected that after the BSc, you actually went through your National Youth Service, program. So that's your primary place of assignment could be your starting point as your first work experience. So if you have prior experience before that, maybe as a student, you're actually working somewhere, maybe as a part-time, it's also another added advantage. But if you have, more years of work experience on your CV, it's also another good point for the student who is going for master's or perhaps research-based or even PhD program. So what we are trying to differentiate here is undergraduate program and foundation course. Again, depending on the age, a CV is not so compulsory depending on the age. So someone within the age bracket of 17 to 20 years who just graduated from high school might not necessarily present a CV. But however, we can help you, navigate that process. So having at least, even if it's minimum of 6 months work experience, it's also an added advantage when filing for application. So that's for the CV. And then also we need like a transcript. So transcript, some schools actually give students their transcript, which is their O-level transcript. So it is also advisable that you also get your transcript from your school. So this time around, it's not all cases that you get transcripts for foundation course or for BSc program. But for PG programs, MRes programs, and PhD, it is non-negotiable. You have to present your transcript, because transcript is where the school get to see your overall academic grade, your academic performance, and also the certificates to back up this transcript that you have. So like I said, for foundation course and for undergraduate programs, some schools actually issue transcripts while some don't. But it's not a big deal if you do not have a transcript for foundation course or for undergraduate course. We can still push in your application and you will get your offer. And another thing that is needed is your statement of purpose. How do you write a statement of purpose? Your statement of purpose must stand out. That is what the school gets to read about you, the candidate. They don't get to see you one-on-one before the issue of your offer letter. So your SOP, which is statement of purpose, must be well crafted and must align with the program you are going for, be it a foundation course, be it undergraduate, master's, MRes or PhD. So your SOP must be well crafted. And here at Team Consultancy, I mentioned earlier that our services are completely free. And if you need, sample on how to craft out a very well, a comprehensive SOP, that's we get you that admission once submitted at once. Once you put in your application at once, instead of getting a rejection. If you need a comprehensive SOP that will help you to get your offer letter on time as soon as the application is submitted, you can click on the link below this this video to book a one-on-one session with our counselor, and our counselors will be happy to share that template with you, because it is very, very important for the school to understand your purpose, why you chose that particular school, why you chose that particular course, what you intend to do after graduation, even while you study in the UK. So they want to know your future plans. They want to know why you chose them instead of other schools. So all of this information, your academic background, everything about you, that we align with that your academic goal is what they want to see on your SOP. So therefore, the SOP must be well detailed, it's well crafted, and that's why we have our templates to guide students to write out a comprehensive SOP by themselves before we put in application. So SOP is another very important document that must be in your application. So these documents are very important. We've talked about. Then reference letter is also one of them. So we have reference letter can be gotten from two places, either one from the school you graduated from. So you can reach out to your school and tell them you need a reference letter. So reference letter can be addressed to the school you are applying to in the UK, or you can just get an open reference letter either to whom it may concern. But in most cases, it's either you're addressing it to the school or you just get an open reference letter rather. So reference letter is, to state that this person is from this, and either you have been taught or your mode of communication is English language, something that's, they should be a reference about you, something to say about you. Or this person, if it's from school, they should state that, or you're a student of this school, your matric number or your admission number was this, your mode of communication in English was mode of communication is English, and that you were taught and assessed in English language, something of that nature. That is what is expected to be in your reference letter if it's coming from the school you graduated from. But if it's coming from your place of work, for those who are going to get their reference letter from place of work, it should have more details about you. You are the employee of this company and all of that, stating that your mode of communication at work is English language, because they want to be sure that you can actually communicate in English, even though we know and that the UK colonized us, they understand that we speak English, but it's just, a formal letter to show that, okay, this person, this company is actually referencing this, their employee, or perhaps the school is actually referencing their alumni students. So a reference letter is also very important when putting your document together to for application process. Now, after putting all of these documents together, and then we put it, submit to the school and push for your offer letter. Now, the first document that comes from the school after a successful application is your conditional offer letter. Now, conditional offer letter is given to students so that in case if you have perhaps like conditions that you need to meet, right? Maybe they need like additional reference letter. Maybe they need affidavit of correction of name or of change of name. That way you can meet up all the conditions depending on what the school required of you. It will be communicated on your conditional offer letter. So you have to provide all those documents as stated on your conditional offer letter. Now, it comes first as conditional offer letter because you are yet to make payment. You are yet to make your tuition fee payment. So the tuition fee deposit is very important, and that's why it comes as conditional offer. So like I said, because you are yet to pay your tuition, and perhaps you may have some documents pending that you need to upload to the school. Now, once you fulfill all these conditions, which is paying your tuition deposit or paying your tuition in full, depending on the case, most times it is expected that students are to make tuition deposits to help them secure their seats in the school and also gets you their CAS, which is confirmation of acceptance of study. So because if you don't pay some certain amount of deposits, students are not eligible to get their CAS. And to get your CAS, you have to make or pay some commitment fee, and that's where the deposit comes in. So once you make your deposit, and if there are conditions like I mentioned, if there's any document the school is asking, you can provide it. We upload it again to the portal and send it to the school. Once you meet all your conditions, the school is going to issue you unconditional offer letter. So the unconditional offer letter is the main offer letter. With that, you are good to go. You can actually apply for your visa application. That's the difference. So you cannot use you can't use conditional offer letter to apply for visa because their condition is the condition, there's condition there. The condition might have been stated or will be stated on your offer. So let's assume you don't even have documents to upload. You don't have any, school is not requesting for additional documents. But the condition there is that you need to pay some commitment fee, and that's where the deposit comes in. So you have to pay your tuition deposit depending on the amount as stated on your offer letter. So you must pay a commitment fee to secure your seat with the school. That's the condition. So once these conditions are met, then you'll be given the unconditional offer letter. That's the main offer letter that you need to apply for your visa. So some students are a bit confused. They don't know, or they don't know the difference between conditional and unconditional. And that's what exactly I just explained to you. So if you need more information on how to pick the right school, the course selection, the location of your school, again, we have schools in London, we have schools outside London. So depending on your choice, if you want schools within London, our services are completely free. We are going to help you get your admissions in schools that are within London. But if you have family members or you don't have any reason to stay in London, you want somewhere outside London, our services are completely free. Again, we can also apply to schools that are outside London, Birmingham, Manchester, Wolverhampton, Dundee, anywhere in Scotland you want. We can always help you file your application to this, location, all for free. So if you need more information on how to select the right school for you, on how to pick the right course, on how to put your documents together, on how to successfully get your application submitted at once and get your offer letter instead of a rejection, you can click on the link below this video to book a one-on-one session with our counselors, and they'll be here to assist you all through the way. So if you have any question regarding application process, school selection, the document that you need to put in, you can drop your question in the comments box. I will respond to all your questions accordingly. Now, we are currently recruiting for May and September intake. So if you are ready to study in the UK for May intake, if you miss January intake and you're looking forward to apply to May or June or even September, this is the right time to apply now. And we have schools with, very good, juicy scholarship for international students. You can get scholarship ranging between 2,000 to up to 8,000 pounds. So which means if you get like a tuition fee of like 20,000 pounds per year, you might be lucky enough to get at least a good scholarship of 5,000 out of 20,000. And then you are supposed to pay the rest 15,000 pounds and like that. But scholarship is, based on case by case basis, depending on your academic qualification. Your grade matters a lot. The standard scholarship, that's scholarship that cut across every student, regardless of your grade, which can be around 2,000 to 3,000 or 4,000. And then we have the merit-based scholarship, which is for students with, very good grade, say like strong 2-2, strong 2-1, or even first class. But if you want to know more about the right scholarship for you, you can always book a session with us, and our counselor will take you through the process and explain more about the scholarship that is best for you. Now we have quite a number of schools that are most schools are open for September intake. So if you are going for your undergraduate program, if you are going for your foundation course, your master's or your MRes or PhD programs, kindly click on the link below to reach out to us now, and we'll be glad to help you through the whole process. Applications are open, and we are currently taking in new applications for students who want to study in the UK only. So if you're a student, depending on your grade, whether you are a third class holder, you are HND holder, or you have certificate from the Benin Republic, we have schools to put in your application. So just send us a DM or book a one-on-one session with us, and we'll be glad to take you through the process. The thing is, there is a place for everybody, regardless of your grade. Whether you're third class looking for direct masters, we have the right school for you. Whether you're Benin Republic certificate holder, we can advise you on the best school to put in your application that accept Benin Republic certificates. If you're a student with HND holder looking for direct masters, we are going to advise you on the right school to put in your application. So all of these services will be done, for free without charging any fee at all. So kindly reach out to us to put in your application for this intake. May, June, and September intake are currently open, and we are recruiting. So kindly send us your application, send in your document for a review, book a one-on-one session with us so that we can guide you through and let you know exactly what is expected of you as the student, and how your academic record, your work experience matches with this course you are going for, and also fit into the school requirements so that you can get your application sorted once, and your offer letter will be sent within few days. So for more questions, kindly drop your questions on the chat box. I'm going to respond to all your questions. And if you don't have any question, or you just want to talk to us, just book a one-on-one session with us, and we'll be glad to help you through the whole process seamlessly. So that will be all from me. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you all for watching. See you again, same time next week, Thursday at 11 a.m. My name is 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲 from Team Consultancy. Bye for now.